Life of sex, drugs, and slavery. Now, it's easy to hear those words, sex trafficking, and you think, well, that's a problem in some other part of the world or some poor corner of your community. But the fact is, it isn't.
It is not. The people pulled into that life can include girls and boys who were riding their bikes down your street just a few years ago. Many are from good families. They have good grades, and they're on the right track before they become a target. Tonight, a young woman who was taken at the age of 15 is sharing her story.
And I want everyone to know that it could happen to anyone.
Alyssa Beck is a survivor.
You know, there is hope. You know, there is a way out of the sex trade.
The straight-A student who grew up in Jacksonville Beach started running away when she was 13. By the time she was 15, she found herself in drug rehab.
And I swore I wanted to do better, but I met this girl, and this girl, she was just powerful. You know, she had a voice, and I just wanted to be like her. So when she asked me if I wanted to run away from the rehab with her, I automatically said yes, but not knowing that she was already caught into the sex trade.
Within a week, Alyssa says she met a man in his 20s at an apartment complex on Jacksonville's South Side. He told her he could help her. Words she would later hear again.
You know, I just remember him being really nice, and you know, he was kind, and I thought he was a good guy. I was introduced to really hard drugs by him. He started, you know, transporting me to different locations where I was trafficked, and then finally, you know, when I was like, you know what, I'm not comfortable with this, I don't want to do this anymore, he started holding me hostage in hotel rooms around Jacksonville, Florida.
For weeks, she was a sex slave held captive in Jacksonville.
It happens at the town center, it happens on Bay Meadows, it happens on Phillips Highway, but it's not just Phillips Highway, it's everywhere and anywhere.
Was there anybody as you were trapped in this lifestyle, that you were shocked to see came and bought you?
Yes, actually a pastor at a church. It was degrading, you know, to feel like someone that is supposed to counsel and lead is actually using me in my most vulnerable state.
I mean, what was that like for a 15-year-old girl?
I remember saying to myself, you know, I want to die, you know, I can't do this anymore. You know, I felt so much shame, and I blamed myself, as a lot of women and girls and boys do.
Florida ranks third in the nation for the number of reported human trafficking cases to the hotline. In 2016, 550 cases were reported here. Many more go unreported. Alyssa was finally able to escape.
I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being a victim. I'm tired of being a criminal. I just want to be Alyssa.
Now 22, she works at the Dolores Spar Weaver Policy Center and at Rethreaded, a Jacksonville nonprofit that is breaking the cycle of the sex trade by offering work to those affected by it.
A girl doesn't wake up, a girl, woman, boy doesn't wake up and say, you know what, I want to sell my body today. They're led into the sex trade by some sort of desperation. And until, you know, we really start realizing that, we're going to continue to target the women who are really the victims and ignore the men who are buying the sex.
And Alyssa's message to everyone who is being trafficked is don't lose hope. And if that is you or someone you know being trafficked, help is available. You can call the National Human Trafficking Hotline. It's a 24-hour hotline, and the number's right there on your screen, 888-373-7888. We also have it posted on our website, firstcoastnews.com. And the FDLE, along with the State Attorney's Office, JSO, and FBI, they've created a human trafficking task force to investigate these cases. Many of those investigations begin with a tip from a citizen. As for Alyssa's traffickers, she says one was sentenced to life in prison, the other sentenced to more than a decade behind bars. But she is a very brave young woman to come forward and share her story in hopes of helping others out there.